Okay, yeah, once again, very good morning and thanks for being joining. I hope everyone having a great weekend. Okay, being this the Monday, thanks for being joining everyone. Okay, yeah, last session we discussed little intro about what is history of SQL Server, why we need to choose us. Okay, and we discussed about we walked through about our YouTube portal, and we walk through about our block, okay, Subu block, Azure SQL Jam block, and also we are having a GitHub repository, and we are also having a dedicated WhatsApp discussion group chat where you will get a chance to go into the discussion group and clarify all your doubts or post any questions. Okay, don't post the scam messages. Okay, post all your questions. And in case if you are referring any Microsoft, always try to encourage to refer the Microsoft blogs and encourage to other people also to share the Microsoft blog. Hey, can you refer this blog where you will get the good stuff? That is what we always welcomes. And as part of today session, we are going to discuss a little bit intro about SQL, what is SQL, and what is DBMS, what is RDBMS, and what are the features, what are the different types are available. Little because most of the people I came to know, everyone is new to the SQL DBA training. Okay, for them it will help us, the experienced people. Just for your knowledge, it is like a kind of just brush up. Okay, first a couple of sessions, I will brush up all the technical terms. Later on, we'll go into the too much technical. Okay, and uh, also we also discuss what is the roadmap of the SQL Server DBA as a DBA. What else we can do? Okay, what we are doing currently, what else we can do? That is also we are going to cover. And this training is completely divided into two different categories. Okay, one is 30 days where we are going to discuss completely basic concepts. Next 45 days to 60 days we are going to discuss little bit high level technical knowledge. Yeah, questions, Srihari? Okay. Yeah. So before I go into the concepts, I just wanted to walk through the okay concepts what we are going to discuss as part of next 30 days of our training. Okay. I forget actually on the Saturday. Okay. So as part of this training, we are going to cover completely SQL DBA along with the Azure platform. Okay. And if I possible, I will also try to bring one or two sessions in AWS as well. How you will deploy your SQL on AWS. Okay. So that when you are working for UK projects, when you are working for mostly UK projects, sir, I came to know most of the UK projects they're little bit more on AWS platforms. Okay, you may also get a chance to work in AWS platforms. So let's try to bring 3 to 4 sessions on AWS platform as well, so that you can feel the same comfortable. Okay, how to install SQL on AWS platform, how to install SQL on RDS platform, how to access, and similar whatever you are learning that is fit for all the platforms. But underlying platform everyone must and should know. That's let's see, sir. I will try to bring 3 to 4 sessions or 5 sessions on AWS as well. You will become a little bit stronger. And this complete training we are going to discuss on SQL Server DBA. Okay, complete on end-to-end SQL Server DBA along with MSBI tools as well. Not only SQL, you are also getting MSBI includes like integration service, reporting service, analysis service, Power BI service. Okay, this four service also part of this training only. Along with that one, you are also getting completely SQL on Azure VM. Okay, and when you go for PaaS, Azure SQL database and managed instance. Managed instance is a little bit costly service. Okay, so we are going to discuss only on the weekends. Okay, 2 days we are going to discuss on the managed instance, and that training will go for like 4 hours one day, 4 hours one day, because MI is a little bit costly service. It's not a free service, sir. It's very costly service. So we will I will get back to everyone into the picture, and I will call them over the weekend only. Okay, a possible weekend, one possible weekend, and we'll make the MI session as well. and I will grant you the permission as well so that you can also feel to access MI on your laptops, on your systems. Okay. Uh, we'll talk MI in separate way. Okay, no worries. We have MI also. We are going to discuss MI. Whatever the new things that we haven't discussed overall this training, only that are compatible in MI. That concepts only we are discussing on MI, sir. Rest we are not discussing anything on MI because that's very costly service. It's massive service. So being we are going to the cloud, we must and should know about the MI because most of the interview we ask expecting you question with the migrations only. Okay, so that's the problem. We are going to discuss everything end-to-end migration. Okay, coming to SQL, sir. SQL is a SQL. No, either you are working in on-prem, you are working in Azure, you are working in AWS, you are working in Google Cloud, you are working in any Alibaba Cloud, you are working in any other cloud platform. SQL Server is a SQL Server. That's it. Okay. So concept-wise, futures-wise, working nature will not be changed, sir. Only the platform is going to change. You are going to install SQL on your laptop. You are going to install SQL on your virtual machines. You are going to install SQL on Azure platform. You are going to install SQL on AWS. You are going to install SQL on Google Cloud or Alibaba Cloud. You are changing the platforms. Okay, but underlying concept is the same. So SQL is a SQL. Please keep it in mind. Okay, everyone keep it in mind. SQL is a SQL that can be any platform, but we must and should know about the platforms. Okay, how they are working, how to access, how to install. That is what very important. So when you especially go to the cloud, we are going to discuss a lot on the cloud platform as well. So SQL is very important, sir. First, concentrate on SQL. If you become strong in SQL, you will become strong in all the platforms. So first, our concept is SQL. So we will start with the history of the SQL Server that we discussed little bit on the first day of our demo. Okay, then we'll discuss about what are the how many SQL Server versions are available, what are the features, how to apply the service packs, what are the editions, what are the tools are available. Okay, what which edition we will use more in the in real world. Okay, we are having multiple editions in SQL Server. What are the editions we are going to use more frequently? That is also one FAQs are important question. What are the hardware required? What are the software required? And what is instance? What is default instance? What is named instance? So little bit about SQL Server, sir. This all will comes under installation and configuration. Okay, when you are installing SQL Server, what are the best practices we need to look into? Because uh, I told you performance tuning is plays a vital role for every DBS. So tuning is placed. So before you tune so and so query, so and so resource like CPU, memory, IO, first you need to think how your SQL is configured. That is what our performance will start, sir. Basically, if you're not properly configured SQL Server, okay, if you're not properly configured SQL Server won't give the best performance, sir. If you configure SQL Server properly, SQL Server maximum will give the best performance. If still the performance is impacting, then as a DBA, we need to troubleshoot. So, how you are going to configure SQL Server, what are the best practices you need to follow, that will play a major role for every DBS. Not only SQL, sir. If you go for Oracle, if you go for PostgreSQL, if you go for MongoDB, as a DBS database administrator, we must and should know what is that product, how what we can do using that product. Okay, using that product, how to access that product, how to install that product, how to configure that product, what are the features are available in that product. Okay, think like this. You will get make so easy when you are starting your journey as any technology, not only DBA, sir, not only DBA. If you go for any technology, anything, either you are going for Java, you are going for Oracle, you are going for SAP, you are going for any technologies. Think what is the software, what exactly it is doing, what are the different flavors are available, what we can do with using that product, how to access that product, how to install that product, how to configure that product, what are the features they are offering in that product, how to use those features. That is what we need to think, sir, basically. So we are going to discuss as per the best practices what how to install SQL Server, how to configure SQL Server, what are the post installation, pre installation steps means Before you install SQL Server, what are the things you need to keep on your mind? After you install SQL Server, what are the things you need to keep it in your mind? We are going to discuss. Once we are good at what is SQL, how many flavors are available, how many editions are available, how to download the exe file, how to install the exe file. While I'm installing, what are the things I need to take in care? Okay, that is the first thing, sir. Once it is done, then we'll go into the little bit on that service, whatever service are you are. Okay, so uh, what else we can do? So we will create the databases. Okay, database. We'll get to know in the while, sir. Databases like how many types of databases, system databases, user databases. What is data files, log files, file groups, pages, extents. All these internal architectures are we wanted to discuss. What is SQL? What is SQL architecture? What and all things I need to learn in the SQL Server architecture? Okay, and let's go internally how the data movement is happening. Okay, so before I go into the technical stuff, we need to know about internal concepts. So first whole week, yesterday I also told, whole week we are going to cover internal concepts only. From tomorrow we'll start the architecture, and we'll see drive the from architecture to installation. Everything will go very slowly because that is the main base, sir. Base. If you construct the base strong, you can construct the buildings as many as, okay, apartments as building as many as. That's what my main thing. Okay, first you need to construct the basement. So first 10 sessions we are constructing the basement. Okay, so little slow, but uh, we are promising that you will learn a lot of stuff in the back end. What is happening? In that we are going to discuss extents, pages, storage architecture, SQL Server architecture, network protocols. Okay, n number of things we are going to discuss. Once it is done, as a DBA, okay, security will play a major role, sir. We need to protect the data. As a database administrator, we need to protect the data. How you are going to create the logins, how you are going to create the users, what is the login, what is the user, how you are going to grant the permission. Okay. Also, we are going to discuss security lot, sir. Okay. So we will discuss not only here, encryption is most important. So we are going to discuss TDE, always encryption, data masking, Azure Key Vault, okay, and column level encryption. Okay, what is encryption algorithm? In case if you forget the master key, how you can recover, how to fix the orphan users. A lot, sir, like NTLM authentication, Kerberos authentication, SSL protocols, TLS protocol. The target server principle is incorrect. So all we are going to discuss. Same thing we are going to replicate in Azure as well, sir. In the Azure, okay. For example, one VM is having internet connection. One VM will block the internet connection. How you can connect SQL Server if you have internet connection? If you don't have internet connection, how you can access? That is how we'll discuss the practically. Okay, what are the things? Because when you go to the cloud, security plays a major role, sir, than on-prem. Than on-prem, security will plays a major role because connectivity. The major problem we will face is connectivities. So, what are the connectivity challenges you will face when you especially go for cloud platform? That is what we are going to discuss a lot. And also, we are going to build the site-to-site connectivities. Means this is my hypervisor. Okay, this is my hypervisor VMs. Okay, and this is my cloud platform. This is my cloud platform. Okay, this is my cloud. This is my hypervisor. So both are different, sir. So how you will make a bridge between, okay, uh, Azure to hypervisor, site to site. This is one site. This is one site. How you will make the bridge between site to site using local network gateways, using virtual network gateways, using public IP address, using connections. So last batch we discussed about how to make the bridge between Azure to hypervisor so that you can try to implement same thing on Oracle VirtualBox or VMware. VMware. You can make same kind of implementation so that you can drive the migration from my hypervisor to Azure. Okay. Like, and if you want still more, for example, you are having a Google Cloud, uh, you want to make a bridge in our YouTube channel. We already make a site-to-site connectivity between Google Cloud to earlier I used to teach the Google Cloud as well. Okay, Google Cloud to how you will make a bridge between Azure. Also, there is a session, sir. You can feel free go and ask. As of now, again, sir, the people who are starting the journey, don't think all this stuff. We are going to cover all this stuff slowly, one by one. Okay. In the day one itself, why Subbu you are telling all this stuff means everyone will think that okay, SQL is very easy. Okay, I can learn SQL in a easy way. That is how you are getting a knowledge from other people, sir. But SQL is a very tough technology. Easy only when we compare with Oracle. It's little bit easy because Oracle is completely command line. Okay, mostly command line, but SQL is completely graphical user interface. We love graphical user interface. That's the reason everyone is saying that SQL is easy. But I will make so complexity of the SQL server. That's the reason on the day one itself, what we are going to discuss, I'm highlighting all this stuff, sir. Okay, and backup resource also very important in case of disaster occurs. So you know about nature can do anything. Human can also do anything, sir, by mistakenly. Okay, so we can't predict the nature. We can't predict the human errors. If suddenly there is a human errors or suddenly there is a disaster occurs, how you can recover the data with help of backup and restore. As a DBA, you mustn't should know about the how to take the backups, how to restore in case if I need. Okay, along with the security, backups restores also will play a major role. And one more concept, recovery model. It's very simple in the practical terms, but it is very complex when you go for uh, theoretical. Okay, practical is just 2 seconds. It's a very 2 seconds concept, practical terms, but theoretical, it may take almost 2 to 3 hours if you wanted to understand what is the recovery model, because recovery model plays a major role, sir. As a database administrator, we must and should know about the recovery model, backup, restore, security. These are all will comes into the base concepts or basement. These are all common to any platform. If you go for anywhere, any tech, any platform, these are all common. Okay, so even you go for Oracle, PostgreSQL, MySQL, any technology also, there will be security. There is a backup. There is a restore. The concept is same, sir, but the working nature will be different here. That is what we are going to discuss. Now, automation will also plays a major role, like creating the jobs, because we are not a robots like who can work for 24 by 7 support. So we'll make some automation, right? Who can monitor, who can run the job for us. Okay, we will make automation, all this stuff. That is also we are going to cover. Once we complete all this stuff, then we are moving ahead one more step called L2 level. We are going for L2 level, and we are going to discuss one of the high availabilities and disaster recovery technique. We are going to discuss what is high availability, what is disaster recovery, and what is RTO, what is RPO. Again, I will take one session. I will take RTO, RPO in when we are starting HA and DRSR. Again, I will come back RTO, RPO when we are discussing latency. Always on latency also. How RTO, RPO will plays a major role when you are troubleshooting. Okay, data transfer level latencies. Okay, it can be replication, it can be mirroring, it can be always on. How RTO, RPO also will plays a major role. Two levels of comparison I will do. One is with the traditional, which everyone knows, most of the people knows. One is different, how it will work when we are discussing with the data level latencies. Or RTO, RPO will come into the picture, and I will share the material as well. Most of the material I will share it on fly, sir. When we are discussing on that day, I will open the notepad. I will type in front of you. and I will share that material to you. You no need to prepare maximum stuff, sir. Okay. Most of the content I will share it. So we are going to discuss one of the high availability log shipping. Every high availability, sir. What is that high availability? How it is working? When we will use? Okay, when we will use? How to troubleshoot if something goes wrong? Fail over, fail back. What are all things we can do with that high availability? So log shipping we are going to discuss, and we are going to discuss troubleshooting. Mirroring we are going to discuss and troubleshooting. And in the day one itself, I'm telling replication is one of the toughest concept in entire SQL Server. Okay, but I'm promising you I will make a little bit stronger in replication. Okay, very stronger. We'll go for very deeper. Almost we are spending uh, 15 hours only for replication, sir. Now you can think how critical replication is. 15 to 20 hours we are spending only on replication, sir, because replication will plays a major role. Okay, and very tough to analyze. Will make so easy so that you will get more confidence on replication troubleshooting, replication configuration, replication internals, replication futures, replication what checks we can do internally. Everything we are going to discuss. Replication, different types will configure. All the types will configure. We'll go for replication, sir. Okay, myself will take the sessions on replication. Even apart from whatever I'm taking 15 to 20 sessions, Sai will also take 2 to 3 sessions on replication, sir. On replication because Sai is having a massive replication is an environment, and he's also good in replication, so he can also share his own knowledge. Okay, keep it in mind. That's very important. And we are going to discuss Windows failure cluster on top of Azure VM. Okay, so these you need a little bit massive configuration. Okay, on your laptop, mandatory like 16 GB RAM. Okay, 12 GB RAM is also fine, but sometimes your VMs will be little bit slow, sir. Your VMs will be little bit slow. If you are having 16 GB of RAM on your laptop and you are having 12 cores, we are good, sir. We can run the VMs and we can spin the clusters always on in this VM itself, in the hypervisor itself. Okay, in case if you are not having that much powerful laptop, don't get afraid. Okay, we are going to build everything on the cloud. Okay, so you can take any one of your friend's credit card. So Microsoft will charge only ₹2. Okay, again, sir, until I will confirm, don't create the free trial subscriptions, please, sir. Don't create it. Okay, I will tell you when you need to create the free trial subscriptions. Okay, so because we may lose that one free trial subscription. So we are going to build completely from the scratch level. Here, you will become the Windows team, you will become the network team, you will become the storage team, sir. You will become the Active Directory team because no one is there. You need to do everything, sir. Here. In the real world, you are having Windows team, network team, storage team, Active Directory team. They will do their own task, and as a DBA, we will do our own task. But when we are discussing in this part of training, we don't have such kind of teams. Okay, now you will become the Windows team, you will become the storage team, you will become the network team, you will become the Active Directory team. So we will build the Active Directories, we will build the sandbox, sand storage. Okay, we will build the networks. Okay, networks, massive networks, sir. We will build the massive networks, and we'll also build the VMs. Okay, so that is what, and we'll build complete cluster and how to configure cluster, how to build active cluster, active passive cluster, how to apply the patches on the cluster, how we'll fail over, fail back. Okay, and we'll also discuss the troubleshooting. Troubleshooting will play a major role, and how you will read the cluster logs. That's very important, sir. Okay, that's very important. I will make you a little bit comfortable when you reading the cluster log to simplify, because cluster log is a massive, sir. It's a it's a it's a massive. Okay, but we'll try to make you little comfortable when you are trying to read the cluster log, and always an availability group. Now this is a game changer from SQL Server 2012, which is introduced from SQL Server 2012 by Microsoft. Okay, So we are going to discuss complete always on availability group. Okay, in depth, in depth. So how you are going to build the always on availability group. Uh, Sir, here two things. On top of cluster, we are going to build always on, right? So when we are going to cluster, we are going to build two varieties of cluster. One is on top of Windows Server 2016, we will build a cluster. On top of 2019 or 2022, we'll build a cluster. Till Windows Server 2016, what is how cluster is working. After SQL Server to after Windows Server 2016, how cluster is working. That is major difference you will see. So one cluster will build in Windows Server 2016. In always on, anyhow, we wanted to build a cluster, right? That time I will discuss on Windows Server 2019 cluster. Okay, so that you will become more confidence on both varieties. Along with, we are going to discuss single subnet always on availability group, multi subnet always on availability group. Okay, and we are going to discuss load balancer. Why we need load balancer when you go for Azure platform, not in on-premises. What is VNN listener? What is DNN listener? When you will go for VNN listener? When you will go for DNN listener? Okay, that stuff we are going to discuss, and finally we'll go for troubleshooting. Okay, of always on availability group. Along with this, we are also going to discuss uh, TDE, column level encryption. Okay, always encryption. Okay, some other things, sir, with always on availability group. Uh, in 40th batch, we discuss almost 12 days only on always on. But why it got delayed for 42nd batch is always on itself took 20 sessions for me. Okay, so 20 around 20 22 sessions we discuss only on always on availability group. Now you can think how major critical role will plays always on in our future. Okay, that's the reason we want more time, sir. Last batch took almost 20 plus sessions only for always on availability group. Means almost 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks. Okay, and troubleshooting we are going to discuss, and we also going to discuss what are the internal tools are available, like a profiler, DTA, okay, extended events, okay, lot many things, sir. Profilers, database engine monitoring, DMVs, TPCs commands, okay. So locking, blocking, deadlocks, so locks, blocks, deadlocks, all the stuff we are going to discuss. DBCs commands we are going to discuss, and one of the important concept is indexes. So indexes will also plays a major role, sir, in performance tuning. This is also we are going to discuss almost 1 week. 1 week we are spending only on indexes. Now you can think how indexes will plays a major role in our performance tuning in real world. What is index? How many indexes are different types of indexes are available? How to create these indexes? And we'll go for live troubleshooting, sir. When we are having some issue, what kind of index you create, it will improve the performance. That's how we are going to discuss. And finally, we'll move into the cloud, Azure, sir. So completely we'll discuss on Azure SQL database, introduction of cloud computing, what is private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud, community cloud, government cloud. So we are having uh, uh, majorly three, sir: cloud computing, private, public, hybrid. But we are having other also, like community cloud, government cloud, green cloud. Okay, we are also going to discuss that one as well. When what do you mean by government cloud? What do you mean by green cloud? What do you mean by community cloud? What do you mean by quantum cloud? Apart from this private, public, hybrid, we are going to cover. And when you go for deployment types, okay, IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, okay, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. We don't need to worry about the SaaS or as a DBA, but we need to worry when you go for IaaS and PaaS. But if you're having AWS on your environment and you are working on AWS and you are working like a AWS pipeline deployments, Mostly they is having one feature called Lambda. Okay, that Lambda will falls under SaaS, software as a service, sir. Salesforce is a software as a service. Teams is a software as a service. Okay, Google Drive is a software as a service, and Lambda is one of the software as a service. What is IaaS? What is PaaS? What is SaaS? What are the services will falls under each platform we are going to discuss, and Freetail subscription. What Azure is offering under Freetail subscription, and will we, sir, here I not included, okay, but we are going to discuss how to deploy VM on Azure, how to deploy networks on Azure, how to deploy storage on Azure, okay, and how to how to work with the Active Directory. That is also we are going to cover, which is not included here. Okay, maybe I will add in the future. Okay, I forgot to add those points. We are going to discuss how to deploy VM on cloud, how to deploy network on cloud, how to deploy storage on cloud, how to deploy uh, Entra ID, like multi-factor authentication. Now, now everyone using now everyone is using multi-factor authentication, right? So how to create the multi-factor authentication also we are going to discuss. Now, coming to Azure SQL Database, this is a new platform where we are going to discuss what is Azure SQL Database. When you'll go for Azure SQL Database, what are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? What are the newly things? Sir, apart from this, whatever we discuss, what are the new which you don't know? That only we are going to cover here. Azure SQL Database. What is the new things you came up with Microsoft like DTU, vCore? What is DTU? How many types of DTUs are available? What is vCore? How many types of vCore are available? Which one we will choose whenever you are driving the migrations? We are going to cover, and how backups are working, how automatic backups are working, what is the retention is there, because when you go for PaaS platforms, sir, especially when you go for PaaS, these are automatic backups. You no need to do anything, sir. Microsoft is going to take the backups. You don't have any control, but you have the control on retention, long-term retention, and point-in-time retention. When you go for long-term retention, where you can store your backup up to 10 years. That is one of the interesting concept when you go for Azure SQL Database. If you wanted to keep your backup for 10 years, you can keep the backup for 10 years using long-term retention. What are the different policies are available in the long-term retention we are going to cover, and I will share the respective materials. Are each and every concept you will get the Microsoft multiple blocks or Microsoft URLs only. So please make the bookmarks. Very important, sir. And restores, very important, how import export is working, how backpack is working, how DACpack is working, how copy is working, how restore is working, which you haven't done in the on premises and which you are mostly doing in the Azure SQL database, that we are going to discuss. And the security will plays a major role, so we are going to discuss same thing. What are the difference you will see whenever you go for Azure SQL database in terms of security? Okay, we are going to cover server level roles, database level roles, TDE, and we are also part B including Azure Key Vault. Okay, interestingly, we'll bring one service called Azure Key Vault service. Being your DB, you never get a chance to go and create the Azure Key Vault in real world, but you mustn't should know about Azure Key Vault, sir, because even when you are working with ADF, okay, when you are working with ADF, even you are working with any other technologies also, you can store your passwords, sensitive kind of passwords, certificates in Azure Key Vault. How you can store your certificate in Azure Key Vault, how you can store your passwords in Azure Key Vault. Very important, sir. We must and should know. We are going to cover data masking. We are going to cover TD. We are going to cover. So we already covered TD in always on, right? Why we need means there is some difference, sir, when you go for Azure SQL database in TDE. Okay, because by default TD is enabled in Azure SQL database, but I don't want by default enable TD. I want my custom TDE. When you configure custom TDE on your database, how the backups are working, how the restores are working, what are the challenges you will see. That is what you need to know, sir, must and should. We are going to cover that part. And Azure Sentinel, we are going to discuss elastic pools. Nowadays, most of the interviewer is asking questions on elastic pools, sir. It's very tiny feature, but playing a vital role. And most of the interview is asking a question on elastic pools only. So we are going to discuss elastic pools, elastic queries, elastic jobs, sir. Little bit, I can say, a little bit bored concepts. Okay, like we need to bring the Amrutanjan or Jenduma for this concept. Very bored concepts, but you must and should know. You can't do anything, sir. Along with this, you will also get Azure automation account. Okay, in cloud there is a service called automation account. We wanted to know about Azure automation account along with where is my PPT? Along with Elastic Agent, because there is no agent in Azure SQL database. You can create the jobs with help of Elastic Agents. You can keep the job with the help of Azure automation account. So we'll discuss both, sir, how Azure automation account will work, how Azure Elastic Pool will work. We are going to cover. And we are going to discuss high availability, which here is something like always on log shipping, right? In Azure, we are having two kind of high availabilities. One is geo application, one is failure groups. How to configure geo application, how to configure failure groups, uh, what are the differences, what are the things I can notice when I can go for geo application, when I can go for failure groups. We are going to discuss all this stuff. And one of the major you are looking, the experienced people are looking on migration, sir. Okay, so we are going to discuss massive on migration, like in place upgrades, side by side upgrades, when you'll go for in place upgrade, when you'll go for side by side upgrade, what is the best practice, whether you will prefer in place upgrade or you will prefer side by side upgrade. Mostly will prefer the side by side upgrade, sir. We won't prefer in place upgrade because there are a couple of flaws are there with in place upgrade. We are going to discuss all this stuff in our training upcoming sessions. Along with this, how you will move the data from on-prem to cloud. This is my on-prem, this is my cloud. So how you will move your data to the cloud. So from here to here, how you will move the data. So we are going to discuss all this stuff with import export, backpack, DACpack, MDB database, DMA, DMS, Azure Data Studio. Okay, Azure Data Studio. Azure Data Studio will play a major role. How you will drive the migration using Azure Data Studio, using self-hosted integration runtime, using self-hosted integration runtime, and how offline migration you will drive, how online migration you will drive. That is also we are going to cover. Once this is part done, we also discuss about the monitoring, how you will monitor in Azure SQL database, which you not get see in the on-prem, but you have a little bit advanced level because you are having a portal, sir. Here you are having a portal where you can go to the portal to see the performance of your Azure SQL database from the portal level. That is one interesting thing. So how you will monitor from the portal level, we are going to discuss. Finally, this is also one of the major roles, sir. Advanced performance tuning. Okay, performance tuning. So uh, I will drive the performance tuning. Okay, step by step, sir. Okay, you need to bear with me. So we will start with the data file architecture, data file troubleshoot, log file architecture, log file troubleshoot, TempDB architecture, TempDB troubleshoot, TempDB contention troubleshoot, TempDB spill troubleshoot. Uh, what are the enhancement done on the TempDB? TempDB best configuration, because TempDB will play a major role, sir, in entire performance tuning. So TempDB we are going to discuss a lot because that will play a major role when you are doing the troubleshooting. Along with that, TempDB, log file, data file. Okay, we are also going to discuss about SQL, sorry, CPU. Okay, see, sir, for example, when I open the task manager, okay, let's see now my CPU is sitting little bit idle, sir. When I go for CPU, my CPU is sitting little bit idle only. Okay, sorry, come on here. Sorry, I was I minimized. Come on. So now CPU sitting idle, sir. Suddenly something may happen. Okay, so for example, uh, one sec, sir. Uh, See, sir. Now now see the CPU utilization. How was it? Rising?
Went high, sir.
Went high. So suddenly something may happen. We don't know anything. So what checks you will do, how you will identify, all the stuff we are going to discuss. Now see, memory is memory is also hitting little bit high in my laptop. Nothing is running, sir, but memory is memory is hitting high. So how you will troubleshoot memory is also very, very important, sir. Okay. So we are going to discuss a lot about CPU. What is SQL OS, SQL OS architecture, what is scheduler, what is preemptive scheduler, what is cooperative schedulers, what is that 4 milliseconds quantum of CPU, okay, what is scheduling algorithm, threat life cycle, along with CPU troubleshooting, sir. Before we go for CPU troubleshooting, we wanted to know all these concepts. Okay, once we discuss all these concepts, then we'll finally go for the CPU troubleshooting. Like same memory also. What is the major difference between in 32-bit operating system, 64-bit operating system? What is the NUMA? What is buffer pool? What is buffer pool extension? What is reservation clock? Page life expectancy, memory transfer pending, how you will troubleshoot, what is a memory dream, how many memory models are available, like a conventional memory model, locked page memory model, large page memory model. We are going to discuss that one, and we are also going to uh, troubleshoot how, in case you notice that memory is hitting high, okay, how you will troubleshoot memory. IO also we are going to discuss, IO stalls we are going to discuss, IO also we are going to discuss. And this is very important, sir. Connections. 18456 error, SSL, TLS, NDLM, Kerberos. The target server principal is not connecting. SQL is not starting. Okay. You are able to connect, but user is not able to connect. What are the challenges? You'll see what checks you will do, how you will troubleshoot. We are also going to cover that part. And finally, query tuning. Sir, I can't mention everything in the query tuning. I just mentioned 4 to 5 points. We are going to spend almost 7 to 8 days on query tuning. Okay. So we are going to discuss a lot of parameter sniffing, implicit conversions, explicit conversion, temp db spill, lookups, operators. Okay. Force parallelism, trivial plan, execution plans. Okay. How to read the execution plan in different algorithms. Okay, how to analyze the execution plan. We are going to discuss too many things, sir, in the query tuning. Almost we are going to discuss 15 to 20 hours. We are going to spend. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, more than 30 plus hours, sir. We are going to discuss only on the query tuning. Okay, so and along with this one, we are also going to discuss ideal process. Okay, what is ideal stands for? What is ideal process? What is ideal algorithm? And we are going to discuss what is agile methodology, what is waterfall methodology. You may get a chance to work in agile methodology. That time, what tools you want to know? Like agile is mostly DevOps people will use, sir. But even though sometimes you may also get to work with agile methodology, like the naming will be different that time. Like a Scrum Master, Product Owner, Scrum Master, tasks. Okay, Scrum calls. Okay, uh, so you are having different terminologies when you go for traditional. That is also we are going to cover. Couple of things I can't mention here, sir, but these are all things we are going to cover as part of this 90 days training. Any questions? Anything you experience people who are already working? Anything? If I'm missing something, you are having a doubt whether you are going to cover or not, you can, sir. Are you there, everyone?
I think you're covering encryption, always encrypted, those steps.
Yeah, yes, sir. Always encryption, always CDE. What is encryption? What is encryption hierarchy? From the scratch level, we'll go. With I am discussing everything encryption with always on availability group, so that you will become strong, sir. Rather
What
than
about
think,
normal
yeah,
SQL?
both are same only, right? Both are same. I am discussing advanced level. I hope you got my point. If you are working normal SQL, encryption is same, but I'm little bit enhancing a lot with always on, sir. because you want to become a little bit strong in encryption, how it will work with high availabilities. How you configure traditionally, you will configure always on in always on also you will configure same. But how in always on you will work advanced level. That is what we are going to cover, right? You will become strong. And same
Yeah.
way we will discuss in Azure SQL database as well.
Okay. So but TD is for Azure is not required, no? So
No, it's required, sir. By default, TD is enabled in Azure SQL database.
enabled. So that's why we are not doing anything. So in on-prem
No,
only we are doing
no,
TD.
no, no. We will do. We will do. I don't want Microsoft encryption key, sir. I want my own key. Correct? Right? I don't want Microsoft encryption key. I want my own key. So I can go for customized TDE. So that's what I told you. When you going for customized key, what challenges you will see, how to configure. The concept is same, but we don't want to tell to Microsoft to manage the key. I can manage the key, sir, because I'm having Azure Key Vault. I can keep my certificates. I can keep my encryption password in Azure Key Vault. I can maintain my keys, right? Why I need to
Yeah.
rely on the Microsoft? Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because recently one of the banking interview I attended, they were asking that always encrypted and those things. So this will
Yes,
just
sir.
ask you.
Yes, sir. We are going to cover. No worries. Uh, TD we are going to cover a lot. Always encryption we are going to cover a lot. I will share best URL, sir. Okay. Auditing we are going to cover. A lot, sir. Again, column level encryption we are going to cover, and I will share the materials. No worries, sir. Except this OneNote, I will share all the documents, most of the documents. Okay. Don't ask OneNote. Okay. Uh, except OneNote, we will share n number of documents to you. Okay, along with the URLs. You no need to prepare most of the things, sir. That is one notice I prepared personally for my personal sake. The rest everything I will share it. No worries. Yeah,
This
anything?
yeah,
Yeah.
this Azure Data Factory training you are taking separately. You told you are planning for it, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Planning for separately. But I will come back with you only because I told you, right? You trusted me, I trusted you. First, I need to take the feedbacks from you only.
Okay. So because now IaaS means I'm already worked as SSIS, so I found it is almost same. So I got a chance to manage some of the jobs in Azure Data Factory. So I
Yeah.
found it's almost same, but the other components are we need to gather everything together. So that's a
Yes.
challenge.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it about course walkthrough, content walkthrough, sir. What we are going to discuss for next 3 months. Okay. So we
One more question. So what about patching automation? Anything you are planning to combine with this
yes,
patching
yes, yeah,
automation, that
patching.
methods
Yeah,
also?
yeah. Oh, I missed that patching on. Yes, we are going to discuss, sir. Yes, yes.
In a bulk, suppose I want to manage some more servers, something like that.
Sorry.
Suppose I want to manage some more servers in to patch like 30,
Yeah,
40
yeah. Yes,
servers together
yes, yes.
through, I mean,
Automation, PowerShell script. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So PowerShell basics we should know. Then only we can understand, correct?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm not that much good at PowerShell. Okay, unfortunately, I
Yeah.
not get chance. I make a proposal to my previous organization, but they told no, you should not run for PowerShell. Okay, then later on I not got chance. That time I not get chance. But yes, we'll make automation using PowerShell. Okay, yeah, I can. Upgradation, yes, sir. We are going to cover upgradation. Without upgradation, I can't say that we will fulfill. Patching, we are going to cover with always on only. So most of the things I will compare with always on only. Okay. Um, so patches we are going to discuss always on availability group only. Um, like different scenarios like how to apply the patch with high availabilities. Okay. What are the challenges you will face when you are applying the patches? How you will troubleshoot if in case you face that MSP, MSI errors. one approach with the tool, one approach with the VB script, one approach is something different. Okay, something different. That also we are going to cover. So maximum to maximum, your batch will complete.
Yeah,
I can say that November, sir. November 21st. I can complete almost 3 months because.
And there will be videos you will be giving. No, suppose we missed a class or something.
Yeah, everything, sir. If you go to the
Google Drive videos, something.
no, sir. You will
Daily
if you
videos.
no if you go to the our YouTube channel. Okay. Come on, this is not. If you go to our YouTube channel, you will find the playlist, right? Where is playlist? Come on, go to the content. Go to the playlist. If you go to the playlist, so you will find everything here. So I already created batch 43, sir. I hope yesterday I placed the video here. First 10 sessions I will make it as a public only. You don't need any specific access. Okay. Later on, we'll take all your feedbacks and we will collect all your email address. Give all your permanent email address, sir. It's very difficult to grant the permission later on if you are changing. Okay. We'll grant the permission here itself. It is a lifelong until unless YouTube come to us and asking. Okay. It will be lifelong, sir. Access you can access anytime. Got it?
Okay, thanks.
So all the sessions will be here only.
So whoever enrolled after the 10th class, so will be given access exclusively by you.
Yeah, yes. Myself or Sai will grant the access. You can reach out to Sai in case you are having any issue with the accessing part. After that, you will get the couple of documents, okay, which includes the scripts, okay, everything which includes the scripts, all the scripts. Along with you will also get the materials. All these materials, you no need to prepare anything, sir. You will get all these materials, FAQs, okay, frequently asked questions, SQL Server content, IaaS clusters. Along with this, also what we are going to do means when I'm training. So, for example, if I'm training, okay, every day I will prepare this kind of notepad. Okay, this kind of notepad. Okay, I will take questions from you and I will write in the notepad, and finally I will share this document to user. Okay, so I will take the questions from you only, like how you are going to interact with the customers. I will add all the points and I will send that via WhatsApp group. Along with this, on the daily basis we are going to discuss, right? You are getting multiple other documents, URLs. That will also I'm sharing separately in the WhatsApp group. Clear? Anything still?
Yeah, no, thanks.
It's a complete package, sir. Again, in the day one itself, I'm saying that no one can teach everything, sir. Okay, it's highly impossible.
Yeah, that is true.
If I would never say that I will teach everything, but 75% to 85% I will teach the SQL, sir. Okay, you can go anywhere. You will fulfill your DBA job. That much I can teach. Still, there is a 15 to 20%, 25%. Still, you need to keep some efforts on that part, because you also need to keep some work on for your brain, right? Okay, so that is what my plans are always. So no one can teach, sir. That's highly impossible, because within span of 3 months also it is not possible. Okay, so we need to spend for 6 months or 1 year to take everything, because every day we are spending almost 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Okay, sometimes previous batch they waited for 3 hours also, 3.5 hours. I need to thanks to them. Okay. So mostly, sir, only one thing we are asking: time. Give me the time. That's it. We'll discuss all this stuff once We fix the candidates, okay? Once everyone. That's the reason I don't want to take any immediate action. We never tell that, okay, take immediate action, okay? Come here, I can teach everything like that. Let's see. For 10 days, I'm giving 10 days, okay, grace time. You can, if you want to, you can go and confirm to the SAI as well. So you will be added into the different group, okay? Who already confirmed, they are in separate groups, sir. Who yet to confirm, they're in separate group. If you confirm, you'll go into the separate group, okay? But again, I told you, right? It's a lifelong training. Whatever we are learning, you are keep on getting, like, if I'm learning PostgreSQL, if I'm learning Azure Data Engineer, you may be add up everywhere, sir. It's not like one-time training for 2 months, 3 months, and we'll leave. No. Yeah. Okay, that's it, sir. About the course content. So, any questions? Let's wait for 2 minutes, then we'll go for actual training. Any questions for 2 minutes? Sir, you can unmute and you can speak out, sir. No worries. Again, sir, one more thing I wanted to add. Everyone, sir. Please raise your voice. Okay. Treat this is not like a training. Treat this is like a KT. Okay. This is not a training, sir. You should not treat this as a training. You should treat this as a KT. I am giving KT to you, sir. That's it. Again, I'm confirming this is KT, sir. If first time who are listening, most of the people are telling that I'm the first time. You need that experience, sir. If you go to the real world, you are the person who need to handle the SWAT calls with the customers, calls with the end users, calls with the application teams, calls with the internal teams. You need to handle everything. So that time you will definitely get afraid, sir, because communication will also plays a major role. So what you can do, right? Use these 3 months as a KT. Raise your voice, even it is a wrong, it is a right. We will correct you. Okay, we will correct you. Everyone will correct here. Okay, so that will make so confidence when you go into the real world. Use this channel as a KT channel, not a training channel. I'm not training, sir. I'm giving a KT to you, complete SQL end-to-end KT to you. That's it. Okay, yeah, that's it, sir. Apart from nothing else. Now, let's move on to concepts, sir. Before I go into the SQL, I wanted to know a little bit about what is DBMS, what is RDBMS. Okay, so what are the features are available, what are different types are available. I wanted to know little bit, sir. Okay, for that. Now, before I go that stuff, okay, so today I'm going to discuss concepts overview that we already discussed, sir. What we are going to discuss. Now we are going to cover what is data center, what is DBMS, what is RDBMS, DBMS types, and what is SQL language, what are the different types of SQL languages are available. That is what we are going to cover. Now, so this is how your data centers looks like in real world. When you go for real world, this is how your data centers looks like. I'm not sure how many people got a chance to go into the data center within your premises also, within your campus also. There will be mini data centers, sir. Okay, there will be mini data center. I'm not sure how many people get a chance to go into the mini data center as well. But this is how your data centers looks like in real world. Okay, where they will maintain the massive data center, where technically you are calling is a rack. Each rack contain common network, common power supply, common switches. Okay, but they won't maintain the storage here, sir. Storage they will maintain separately. Storage they will maintain separately. These are the VMs, okay, where it is having common network, power supply, switches, everything they will maintain. And you observe, sir, AC will be in the bottom, not in the top. Okay, because always these VMs are keep on running for 24/7, 365 days. The VMs are keep on running. Always they need to make the VM to run very smoothly. Okay, smoothly. And you can see olden days or years ago, you will see this kind of ugly data centers. Now Index is upgraded. Now you are seeing the good architectures of data centers as well. Okay, this is how you will see the data center. And this how, sir, your data is storing our data, like for example, your Aadhaar card, your PAN card, your passport, your mobile. So where your data is storing, somewhere your data need to store, right? So for example, you are connecting to Amazon or Flipkart or any URLs also you are connecting. So where your data, WhatsApp, where your data is storing. So somewhere in this kind of data centers only your data is storing, and who is going to organize, who is going to manage, sir, a massive kind of storages, massive kind of data centers. And so we are, for example, you are working from India and your data center is hosted on US or Australia or Singapore. Mostly we are working for the clients, right? So our clients belong to US, UK, Australia, Singapore, Malaysia, Abu Dhabi, different locations, sir. How you are going to access means whenever you are from here to here, they will make the bridge, network bridge. Okay, from here to here, they will make the network bridge. Sorry. Okay. Whenever you send any request, your VM will go to the data center, get the data, and that is how the processing is happening, sir. Internally, how the processing is happening means you are making a network bridge. Network will plays a vital role, sir. Throughout the global is connected, sir. Throughout the global is connected with network. Network. Like whenever you go to the oceans, you will see lot of tunnels. You will see lot of tunnels, sir. So throughout the global is connected with the networks. So we are also going to create a network tunnel, sir, whenever I am going to build the site-to-site connectivity. So when we are going to build the site-to-site connectivity, I am going to show you how they are going to create the tunnels, network tunnels, sir. So now we will also create the network tunnels to transfer the data between our premises to cloud as well. Okay, so this is how your data is processing. Not only your data, sir. We are thinking that our data, even even your data is processing under the different layers like containers, virtualizations, all the stuff we are going to discuss in the upcoming sessions. Okay, that is how your data centers are managing, sir. Managing. Okay. Now, when you go to the DBMS and RDBMS, okay, DBMS, what is RDBMS? Before we explore to the DBMS, RDBMS, you wanted to know about the database. You want to know about the database. So database is nothing but to store and manage the data. So that can be movable data, that can be non-movable data. You need to maintain the data, sir. So for example, take generic examples only. You no need to think like a high level. Just take generic example. Okay, if you take your Aadhaar card, your bank account, your mobile number, okay, your LIC policies, your health insurance, your passports, where your data is storing. Somewhere they need to store, right? So they are storing in the database management system. That is not in the database management system tools like Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, PostgreSQL, NoSQL, Teradata, MongoDB, Amazon Aurora, Cassandra, Cosmos DB. There are n number of database management system, DB2, Sybase. There are n number of database management system for your application. Which database management system they are tie up? They are tie up on that database management system. They are going to create the databases. They are going to create the database where you are going to store your data. So in the ancient days, olden days, like before like 15 to 20 years ago, sir. Even now also, we are in 2024 also. Now also we are going to store our data in the, sir, what document is also like a database only. You are storing data. Excel is also database. You are going to store the data. Notepad is also document. Don't call it as a notepad. You need to call it as a flat files. Flat files. Okay, flat files is also one database where you are going to store the data. Okay, so somewhere you are storing your data, sir. Okay, data. So, but that is not in a proper organized way. If you wanted to access also, it's very difficult. If you wanted to modify, it's also very difficult. If you wanted to search also, it's very difficult. So manipulation, accessing, okay. It's very difficult to manage all the stuff. So for that industry is looking to go for the database management system tools, and they are going to create the databases to store our respective data. See, sir, to understand easily, take a bank. So, for example, take HSBC Bank. Okay, HSBC is our client. HSBC is our client. In that client, we are having n number of applications. Okay, so in case if you have any issue, you will directly go to the HSBC CEO. No, right? Because HSBC is your overall client. In that HSBC, you are having multiple applications. What do you mean by applications, Ubu? Like, for example, health insurance is one application, home loan is one application, car loan is one application, personal loan is one application. Each application is having its own front end. Front end, sir. Whatever you are seeing is nothing but front end. Okay, so because SQL will follows client and server architecture, all the database management system will follow client and server architecture, sir. Okay, your client can be tool, client can be browser, client can be tool, client can be browser. Okay, which they design with the Java, PHP, WordPress. Okay, .NET, SharePoint. So they designed with the different tools, that browser, that tool. Okay, this is the client, this is the server, and they design with the different technologies, either Java, PHP, .NET, whatever, WordPress, whatever it can be, sir. So whatever you are accessing is a front end. Whatever you are seeing is a front end. What is the back end, sir? Database. See, whenever you open Amazon, it will ask you to provide your login name, password, or it will provide you to sign up. Whenever you are going to sign up, it will ask you first name, last name, your mother name, your date of birth, your mobile number, your email address, your password. Where it is storing? Somewhere it need to store, right? That it is nothing but either it can be Oracle. So, for example, that Amazon is mapped to SQL. That Amazon is mapped to Oracle. Flipkart is mapped to SQL. Flipkart is mapped to Oracle. Okay? Okay, that is the main site. Okay, I can agree. But going forward, if you take that home loan, personal loan, everything is one application, sir. Home loan, you are passing different parameters. House loan, sorry, both are same one, right? House loan, you are passing different parameters. Personal loan, you are passing different parameters. Car loan, you are passing different parameters. See, every form is having different parameters. Means every form internally, it is pointing to different databases. That is how, sir, we need to think in reality. Basically, you won't believe me when I went to the interview for Microsoft. Okay, he asked only one question. He's from Punjabi. He asked only one question. He told that I will ask only one question. If you answer, you will select. Okay, yeah, I told okay. He asked, I'm having a website. Within that website, there is a page, and that page is impacting the performance. How you will troubleshoot? He not ask about what is CPU, what is memory, what is IO, what is query tuning, log file, data file, nothing. He asked, he told that there is a website, there is one page. Within website, there are multiple pages. See, sir, if you open any blog, they're having multiple pages, right? Like about, services, products, contact us. So we are having n number of windows, n number of windows when you go for any blog, any URLs, right? He's asking one of the on that URL, one of the tab, in that tab, I'm noticing some performance issue. How you will troubleshoot? That is how you may also get the questions in real world. Okay, so we also need to think, okay, what we are doing. Okay, somewhere our data is storing. Whenever you are applying for government jobs, whenever you are applying for private jobs, okay, whenever you are filling any forms, whenever you are doing something that need to map somewhere, right? Where that is mapping in the database management system. It can be SQL, it can be Oracle, it can be MySQL, any database management system, sir. Because they also see the budget, right? They also see the budget. They also see what are the services they are offering. It can see generic, sir. You will get more clarity on SQL Server, clarity on Oracle as well. Whenever you are purchasing internet, so you came from your hometown to city, for example, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai. or when you go for US, California, okay, Virginia, California, Washington, you went to for different states, okay. Now you wanted to purchase the internet for you. You will look into what are the internet providers are available and what are the services they are offering, what are the offers they are giving, what is the price, what are the benefits, how their service is available, how they are responding to the customer. Then you will go and purchase it, right? Like same, your clients are like HSBC, SBI, ICICI Bank. So your clients, they will go to the Oracle, they will go to the SQL, they will make the tenders, and whoever won the tenders, they can. So whenever we Infosys or will make the tenders kind of stuff, right? Like same, they will go and talk to the Microsoft people, they will go and talk to Oracle people. Let's see what is the cost they are offering, what are the support they are offering. If you like that offers, if you like that price, if you are okay, then you can make a deal with the SQL Server. Then you can make a deal with the Oracle. Then you can make a deal with the MySQL. That is how, sir, backend it is working, everything. Okay, got it, everyone? No? Yes? Yeah. Now, sir, database is nothing but storing your data and managing your data where you can access. Okay. Ideally, the database, see, sir, in a simple terms, ideally, database should be able to handle the crude like creation, retrieving, updating, deleting operations very quickly, sir. Okay. You can create easily, you can alter easily, you can delete easily, you can update easily, you can insert easily when you go for database management systems. But if you go for a traditional way like Excel or WordPad or Notepad or flat files or something, it may take a little bit longer time, like MDB database also, like Access database. Okay. And that is about the database, sir. Database is nothing but storing your data in a arranged way where I can retrieve, where I can see as quickly as possible. Okay. Now, whenever I go to the DBMS or DBMS, DBMS stands for Database Management System, where your data is storing in a hierarchical order, where you are going to store your data in a hierarchical order. A best example, sir, I can go, okay, is like, for example, if you are having MS Office on your laptop, MS Office your laptop, just you need to do, sir, you need to here search for access, search for access. It will open like this, sir. Okay. You can create the database. You can create the database using access, MS Office also. Okay. This database is like a hierarchical level, sir. It's not in a tabular. It will be in a tabular format, but little bit different, sir. Little bit different when you compare with the RDBMS technology. Like this is how your DBMS earlier, sir. It's a hierarchical order. Hierarchical order. Earlier, sir, olden days, we are using DBMS technology where you are going to store your data in the hierarchical order. No worries, I am going to use the Access database also when I am driving the migration. I think I already, 1 second, sir. Open it. I'm having or I deleted. Think I deleted, sir. Okay, no worries. I'm going to cover that one also. How to create the Access database, hierarchical database, and how to load the data into that. How to access the data. We are going to discuss that concept also when we are driving migration, sir. That is how DBMS is earlier, sir, olden days. Now, okay, they came up with one concept, one EF code, sir. EF code. Okay, he implemented 12 rules. EF code who implemented 12 rules. Uh, okay, EF code. Okay, he implemented these 12 rules. Okay, we must and should know, sir, when you especially go for development part, he implemented these 12 rules. Now all the database management system redesigned their code to fulfill these 12 rules. To fulfill these 12 rules, and they renamed as a call RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. relational database management system, where you are going to store your data in the form of tables, where you are going to store your data in the form of tables, and each tables having some relationships. That EF cord rules design 12 rules and enter your database management system like Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL, all the database management system tools. They redesign their code internally in the years ago. They redesign, and now they are calling as a RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. Okay, not okay, sir? Everyone? So see, when you go for DBMS is more basic, less structure. Okay, you don't have massive. It's not a massive client, sir. It's a medium, small, very small scale client it is. So I don't want to go to the RDBMS. I can go and store your data in the form of Access, in the form of Excel, in the form of this. Technically we are calling SSE. Less structure, suitable or for smaller, less complex database without need to relationship between the data. I don't want make any relationship with the data. Then they will go for DBMS. You are not a decision maker, sir. Your application team is a decision maker. You are not making any decisions here. We are just a service providers. RDBM is like a more advanced structure and suitable for the large complex database that requires strong relationship between data and support from SQL queries, asset properties, data integrity constraints. Everything we are going to cover, sir, one by one slowly. Just remember the terminologies. Okay, remember the terminologies. We are going to cover one by one slowly. So asset properties we are going to cover, SQL queries we are going to cover, data integrity constraints we are going to cover. Sir, first 10 days there is a dependency session, sir. If you are covering something today, you are having doubts, that doubts will be clarified in 10 days, sir. Wait for 10 days. Okay, that's what I told you, right? First 10 days are free. Wait for 10 days. Each session is having some dependency on other sessions. So today I'm discussing something, but you can't understand completely. That you will understand tomorrow something. Day after tomorrow you will understand something. Total on 10 days you will understand complete internal, sir. So within that 10 days there is a dependency. Don't get afraid. Don't get panic. Okay. Wait for 10 days. Then you will get more clarity. You will get more picture of understanding, sir. Okay. What is asset properties? What is SQL query? What is data integrity constraints? We don't know anything, right, Subbu? Okay. We are going to cover slowly one by one, sir. That time you will get to know, okay, there Subbu told this, these are the good for RDBMS. Oh, this is how it is working. Yeah. Questions? No? Yes? Regarding this slide? Okay, sir. If no, next. So when you go for old hierarchy, sir, now we are completely in the RDBMS technology. Okay, our object-oriented technology. We are using these two technologies, but there are two more technologies, sir. Olden days again. One is hierarchical database. One is network DBMS. Like database management system means hierarchical database management system, network database management system, relational database management system, object oriented relational database management system. So we are having four different database management system. Hierarchical network is olden days, sir. This is how the hierarchical or network database management system looks like. But now no more, sir. We are using completely RDBMS technology, because we are creating the different tables, and we are making the relationship between one table to another table, from another table to another table. We are making multiple relationships to get the data. But when you go for hierarchical, okay, this DBMS employ parent and child relationship to store the data. Hierarchical level, there is a parent, there is a child. So parent and the child relationship they are going to maintain. Okay. So but we never get a chance to work all this stuff. No worries. Just remember, because this is just knowledge purpose. Okay. Instead of blank mind, we are having some knowledge. Okay. We are having different database management system, not only relational database management system. So we are having hierarchical level database management system where they are going to maintain the files, test document, files in the form of files, sir. These two in the form of files where they are going to maintain. But these two, it's something different, sir. These two, for your technical understanding, these two they are going to maintain in the form of files. Files. Okay? Files. It can be XML, it can be text, it can be Excel. They are going to maintain in the form of files. It can be Access database in the form of files, sir. Files. Okay, in the form of files when you go for hierarchical level, when you go for network DBMS. Network DBMS is nothing but many to many relationship with the resulting in the complex database structure. See, I wanted to get the data from Excel. I wanted to get the data from a flat file. I wanted to get the data from Access database. I wanted to get the data from MDB database. So you can get the data from different files, and you wanted to integrate. Then you can do with the help of network DBMS technology. Hierarchical is nothing but a simple like a child relationship where there will be one child, there will be one parent. So parent and child relationship they are going to maintain. So usually we won't maintain all this stuff as a database administrator, but we wanted to know earlier olden days, this is the two structures are there. Now we are completely in the relational database management system where your data is storing in the form of tables. Tables like Oracle, MySQL, MS SQL, PostgreSQL, all this will comes into the RDBMS technology, and even some technologies will also falls into the object-oriented technology as well, because this database supports the storage of miscellaneous data types as well, like a JSON. If I wanted to store the JSON code, JSON, Java code, sir. If you wanted to store the JSON data type, you can also go, sir. You can also go. That's the reason we are telling that object-oriented relational database where we are going to store different data type, miscellaneous data type like JSON, XML, JSON. If you wanted to store that kind of stuff, yes, it is possible. So that we are technical calling as a object-oriented RDBMS technology. Like for example, PostgreSQL. So this is the four different hierarchies we are using. Okay, earlier. Now we generally we will use RDBMS technology or object-oriented relation database management system, where we are going to cover a little bit more when we are discussing PostgreSQL. That time we'll discuss. I will always try to compare, sir, with the my MS SQL and PostgreSQL, so that you will become strong in SQL. You will also become strong in PostgreSQL when we are discussing PostgreSQL server. Okay, mostly uh, this month ending, September ending, uh, September ending, you will get the PostgreSQL, and that batch will start at evening, sir, only evening. 30 days will take, okay, 30 days, because people who wants to learn PostgreSQL also, so most of the people are interested. Even our students also, a lot of our students are interested in PostgreSQL. We will try to bring it separately, sir. Okay. Now, again, some more differences, sir. This is high level. Some people first time who are listening, we can't understand, sir. But no worries. All these concepts we are going to cover throughout our 60 days of training. Okay. See, sir, DBMS application stores data in the form of files. RDBMS application store in the data form of tables. Okay, tables. It is hierarchical level, navigation level, hierarchical level, or navigation level, DBMS, but it is in the form of primary key, foreign key, where you have the integrity constraints, business integrity constraints, where you have primary key, foreign key, where you will make the relationship using primary key and foreign key. And in the DBMS, normalization own supports. So we are having a normalization. As a developer, if you are going for developer, you must and should know about the normalization, sir. So we are having normalization 1, normalization 2, normalization 3, boycott normalization 4 and 5. Okay. DBMS will support the normalization. Doesn't support the normalization, but RDBMS supports the normalization. Normalization is like simple for your understanding. So for example, I'm having a table, sir. If you are having a table, so you are creating a employee table. Employee table. Your employee table contains employee ID, employee name, employee salary, employee date of joining. Okay. employee mobile number, employee address. Okay. Uh, you are getting this many columns, right, sir? So we need to decide what are the most important columns and what we can make. See, you need to segregate into two different tables or three different tables, because always, always as per the best practice, you should not keep multiple columns in the single table. You can create up to 1,000 columns, Microsoft is saying, but that is not a best practice, sir. We can segregate the table, so we can divide the table. Okay, means all the employee related information can go for one table. Okay, all the addresses information can go to the another table. All the countries information can go to the another table. Okay, so we are going to create the multiple tables, and we are going to keep their address here, their countries here. Okay, their some information here. Okay, the department's information here, and they will make the relationship using primary key, foreign key, you in between these two tables. So you are going to divide the tables. That technically, in a simple terms, we are calling as a normalization. That is not possible in the DBMS, but that is possible in the RDBMS technology, because that is how you will manage the data are within the database. Within the database, you need to manage the data. How you are going to manage the data means you can keep the data into the different tables, segregating the data into the different tables. Whenever you want to see your address, you can go to this table rather than going to the base table. This is the base tables are where you are going to perform your transactions. Okay, that is how reality will work. And asset properties we are going to discuss, sir. In the span of 10 days, we are going to discuss about asset properties. All the database management system should satisfy asset properties like atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability. Okay, so we are going to cover a lot about asset properties in the span of 10 days. That time you will get to know. No worries on that part. And here the relationship between the tables, no, sir, there is no relationship between the tables, but here there is a relationship between the tables. You are making relationships. And distributed data is not compatible here. Suppose the distributed data is compatible, handling the large amount of data. Okay, small and medium scale applications, very tiny application can go here, and it is like a file system level. I told you, right? XML, CSV, MDB database, all falls under DBMS technology. Like MySQL, PostgreSQL, SQL Server, Oracle will falls under RDBMS technologies. Okay, basically no need to worry about much about DBMS, sir, but before we are learning, right? So at least we'll have some idea. Most of the things are not compatible in DBMS. Most of the things are compatible in the RDBMS technology. Clear, everyone? Questions? Okay. Yeah. Now, where is my mouse? Come on here. Okay. Yeah. Now, as I told you, SQL Server will follow client-server architecture. Okay. SQL Server will follow client-server architecture. Client will be your browser or a tool. An application can be Java, PHP, .NET, and your database can be SQL or Oracle or MySQL or PostgreSQL. Okay, I wanted to discuss SQL language as well, but it may go a little bit longer time. Okay, I will take the next 2 slides tomorrow. Only 2 slides are there, sir. I will take these 2 slides tomorrow. Okay, let's stop the session today because I'm having a deployment. Okay, production deployment. I need to go for the deployment. Okay, any questions before we stop? Anyone, any questions? Getting, not getting? Sir, I feel free to ask, okay, whether I need to go a little bit slowly. If you want, I can stop the recording, sir. Let's stop the recording. Everyone is so silent.